Atlantic City, New Jersey, Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino, January 22, 1988, Friday night, 10:15 p.m. The air inside the arena is electrically charged. 12,000 people packed into a space that feels too small to contain the magnitude of what's about to happen. This isn't just a fight. It's an announced execution, a generational passing of the torch. The old king against the young tyrant. Larry Holmes, 38 years old, former world heavyweight champion, the man who defended his title 20 times in a row, the man who broke the legend of Muhammad Ali 7 years earlier, is back. He retired 2 years ago, but the money spoke louder. $1.5 million to face Mike Tyson, 15 rounds, one last chance at glory, or one last humiliation. On the other side of the ring is Mike Tyson, 21 years old, undisputed world heavyweight champion, 32 professional fights, 32 wins, 28 by knockout. He doesn't just beat opponents, he dismantles them, he breaks them, he sends them home with nightmares. In 18 months, he became the most destructive force boxing has ever seen. No style, no technique, just controlled violence, just homicidal intent packaged in 5'10", and 218 pounds of explosive muscle. 3 hours earlier, in the hallway outside the dressing rooms at Trump Plaza, Larry Holmes walks confidently surrounded by his team. Trainers, assistants, security. He's wearing a gray robe with his name embroidered on it. His face bears the scars of 75 professional fights. Slightly crooked nose, scar tissue over the eyebrows. But his eyes still shine with the arrogance of a man who dominated an entire era. They pass by Tyson's dressing room. The door is ajar. Holmes stops, looks inside, sees Mike sitting alone, hands already wrapped, staring at nothing. Head down, still as a statue. Holmes smiles, turns to his trainers and speaks loud enough for his words to carry through the door. Look at him, sitting there like a scared dog. You really think this kid can handle me? I fought Ali. I fought Shavers. I faced the biggest punchers in history. This punk? He's just hype. A media creation. Tonight I'm going to end the myth. I'm going to show the world that Mike Tyson is nothing but smoke and mirrors. Laughter from Holmes's team. Agreement. That's right, Larry. You're going to teach this kid what real boxing is. He's never faced anyone like me. Holmes continues, his voice echoing down the hallway. He knocks out guys who are already washed up. Guys past their prime. I still have it. I still know how to fight. And when I land on that chin of his, everyone will see the emperor has no clothes. Mike Tyson is going to fall, and the whole world will realize I was right. That he was never anything. They move on down the hallway, laughter fading into the distance. Inside the dressing room, Mike Tyson hasn't moved, but something has changed. His shoulders rise slightly. His breathing deepens. His hands, resting on his knees, slowly close into fists. The knuckles turn white under the wraps. Kevin Rooney, his trainer, enters the room. He saw Holmes in the hallway. He knows Mike heard. Mike, I heard. Tyson's voice is low, controlled, but there's something vibrating beneath the surface, something dangerous. He's trying to get in your head. It's psychological. Holmes always did that. I know. Mike raises his head. His eyes are different, darker. Empty of everything except purpose. He talked too much. Rooney knows that look. He's seen it before every destruction. Mike, listen. Holmes is experienced. He has an iron jab. He'll try to keep you at range. You need to be patient. Work the body. Break him down gradually. Mike shakes his head slowly. No. What? Not gradually. Mike stands up. Fast. I'm going to end him fast. He wants a myth? I'll give him a nightmare. Rooney sees the absolute determination. There's no arguing. Okay, but be smart. Don't expose yourself unnecessarily. I'll be smart. Mike puts on his gloves. Smart enough to knock him out before he realizes what hit him. 2 hours and 45 minutes later. 10:15 p.m. The ring is set up in the center of the arena. Blinding lights turn the canvas square into a stage. Everything around it is darkness and blurred faces. The crowd is on its feet, screaming, anticipating. This is the kind of fight that defines careers, that creates legends or buries them. Larry Holmes enters first. The Easton Assassin, announced by the ring announcer with reverence. He walks down the aisle with the confidence of a man who's been here hundreds of times, who knows every corner of this stage. He climbs into the ring, raises his arms. The crowd is divided. half cheering, half booing. He doesn't care. He's here to prove something. To silence the critics who said he should have stayed retired. Then Mike Tyson enters. The arena erupts. The sound is deafening. He doesn't wear a robe, just black trunks, no frills, no show. Just a man walking to work. His walk is different. No hurry, no wasted energy. Every step is measured. Predatory. He doesn't look at the crowd. His eyes are fixed on Holmes. Only Holmes. Holmes watches him climb into the ring. For a moment, a flash of uncertainty crosses his face. Something about the way Tyson moves. Something about those empty eyes. But Holmes buries the doubt quickly. He survived Ali. He can survive anyone. The referee calls both to the center. Richard Steele, one of the best in the business. He knows both fighters. Gentlemen, you know the rules. I want a clean fight. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves and return to your corners. Holmes extends his gloves with a forced smile. Good luck, kid. You're going to need it. Tyson touches gloves, says nothing, just stares. Through Holmes, as if he's seeing something beyond, as if he's already visualizing the end. Holmes feels a chill. He returns to his corner. His trainer talks quickly. Jab. Use the jab. Keep him away. Work from the outside. Don't let him get close. You have the reach. Use it. On the other side, Rooney whispers to Tyson. First clean shot you land. I want to see him fall. No mercy. No time. You heard what he said. Now show him. The bell rings. Holmes comes out cautious. Guard high. He knows Tyson's reputation. He watched the tapes. He knows the first 30 seconds are crucial. If he survives the initial storm, if he can establish the jab, he can control the fight. He has the experience. He has the boxing IQ. Tyson wastes no time. He explodes from his corner like a missile. Head movement, weaving, slipping. Holmes throws the jab. Tyson slips under it. The punch sails over his head. Holmes steps back, throws another jab. Tyson evades. The distance is closing. Holmes senses the danger. He tries to move laterally, create space, reset. Too late. Tyson closes the gap in 2 explosive steps. Holmes throws an emergency jab. Tyson slips under it. Now he's inside. The danger zone, where Holmes' reach advantage means nothing, where only violence matters. Holmes tries to clinch, hold, buy time. Tyson pushes him back, creates an inch of space. That's all he needs. Right hook to the body. The impact sounds like a gunshot. Holmes feels his ribs compress. His liver screams. He bends slightly. Instinct. Fatal mistake. Tyson comes up. Left uppercut. Holmes's glove is out of position. The uppercut catches him rising from the waist. 218 pounds of muscle rotating from the feet, through the hips, through the shoulder, through the fist. Pure physics. Destructive force condensed into 15 square centimeters of leather. Larry Holmes's head snaps back. His eyes roll. His legs turn to rubber. He staggers backward. 3 steps. 4. His hands drop. His guard collapses. He's conscious but not there. His brain disconnected from his body. Operating on survival autopilot. Instincts trying to keep the lights on. Tyson gives no respite. He advances. Holmes is on the ropes. Helpless. Tyson loads the right. The big one. The finisher. He throws it with evil intent. The straight right catches Holmes on the side of the jaw. The sound is brutal. Definitive. Larry Holmes falls. Not backward, not sideways. He simply collapses, like a building being demolished. His knees hit the canvas, then his face. He's face down, completely unconscious. His hands aren't even trying to grab the ropes. He's out. Referee Richard Steele doesn't even need to count. He waves his arms in an X. Fight over. He pushes Tyson to the neutral corner and kneels beside Holmes. Doctors rush the ring. The official clock marks 14 seconds of the first round. The arena is in absolute shock. Initial silence. Then explosion. Screams. People on their feet. In disbelief. This shouldn't have been possible. Larry Holmes wasn't just another opponent. He was a legend. He faced Ali. He defended the title 20 times. He knew every trick. And he lasted 14 seconds. Mike Tyson doesn't celebrate. He doesn't raise his arms. He doesn't run around the ring. He just stands in the neutral corner, watching as the doctors work on Holmes. His expression is blank. No joy. No satisfaction. Just emptiness. As if he'd completed a task. Nothing more. Holmes finally comes to. Confused. Disoriented. He doesn't know where he is. He doesn't remember being knocked out. 1 second he was trying to establish the jab. The next he's lying on the canvas with doctors over him. The doctors help him sit. Then stand. His legs barely hold him. They guide him to the stool. Holmes looks across the ring at Tyson. His eyes are glassy. No more arrogance, no more disdain, just recognition. Recognition that he'd faced something he'd never faced before. Not a boxer, not a fighter, a force of nature, a human storm. In Holmes's dressing room, 30 minutes later, the team is silent. Holmes sits with an ice pack on the side of his face. His trainer finally speaks. "Larry, how do you feel?" Holmes doesn't answer right away. He's reliving it. The 14 seconds, the uppercut, the feeling of his brain shutting off. He finally speaks, his voice hoarse. "I never got hit like that. Never. Not by shavers. Not by anyone. When that uppercut landed, I didn't feel pain. I just blacked out. Like flipping a switch." "He's special, Larry. You have nothing to be ashamed of." "I know." Holmes removes the ice pack. Looks at his hands. Hands that beat Muhammad Ali. Hands that defended a world title for 4 years. "But I talked too much. I said I was going to end the myth. And he made me part of the myth." In the other dressing room, Tyson sits alone. Rooney just left to talk to the press. Mike still has his hands wrapped, staring at the wall. No emotion. Don King enters. The flamboyant promoter, hair standing up, huge smile. "Mike, my boy, 14 seconds. You're a phenomenon. You're the greatest thing boxing has ever seen." Mike doesn't respond. King keeps talking, planning, already thinking about the next fight, the next million. Tyson lets the words wash over him. He's not thinking about money. He's not thinking about fame. He's thinking about Larry Holmes in the hallway. "I'm going to end the myth." Mike smiles. A humorless smile. A smile that doesn't reach his eyes. He ended more than the myth. He sent a message. To every heavyweight on the planet. To every man who thinks about challenging him. The message is simple and brutal. It doesn't matter who you were. It doesn't matter what you've accomplished. When you step in the ring with me, you have 14 seconds, maybe less, and then you go to sleep. In the weeks that follow, the story will spread. The tapes will be watched millions of times. Analysts will try to dissect it, try to explain how a 38-year-old man, an experienced former champion, fell in 14 seconds. The answer is simple and terrifying. Mike Tyson in 1988 wasn't just the best boxer in the world. He was the most destructive. And any man who doubted, any man who talked too much, any man who underestimated, would end up like Larry Holmes, face down on the canvas, unconscious. Part of the legend he tried to deny.